What's up guys? So in this video I'm going to show you how you can get rid of the constant refreshes that happens whenever a user visits any link on your page. So I mean this refresh that keeps on happening. So if I go back to the home, you can see that our page refreshes. So it's not a bad thing, but if you want to get rid of it, I'm going to show you how you can do that and make your website pages flow like a mobile app. Alright, with that being said, let's dive right into the video. So we're going to be using the View Transitions API from Astro. And as you can see right here, we have tons of stuff right here, but I'm not going to cover all the advanced concepts. I will just show you the ones that matters most, or the ones I use most for my project. Then you can go ahead to explore if you find the need to use any of these concepts right here. So basically, what are view transitions? View transitions are animated transitions between pages, and it works with the browser View Transition API. And as we all know, we're in 2025 and everybody is trying to ship stuff because of AI. So I can confidently say that 95% of the browsers is compatible with this View Transitions API. And if the browsers is not compatible, there's also a fallback by default if that browser is not compatible. I hope that makes sense. So Astro builds on top of it to make it easier. So basically Astro is just building on top of the View Transitions API. So the way to implement it, I'm going to show you two ways. And if I go back to this project, I will leave a link to this if you're interested. I built this about a year now or a couple of months ago. But this project now, it's using, let me go and check, it's using this version of Astro, so version 4.11. But Astro has shipped a lot of features and basically have new versions. So I'm going to show you how to do it the real way, but since I'm using an old project, I was too lazy to build a demo one for this video, so that's why. So what I'll quickly do, oops, let me bring that back. Okay. So right here, they are using what we call client router. So let me scroll right here. So basically, you just need to add this line of code like so. Let me copy this and go to your layout, the Astro file, and just paste it right here. But I'm going to get an error because, like I said, this version is the old version. So for this version is the View Transitions. I don't know why they changed it to client router though, but I think this name makes sense for the purpose. Okay, so since we have this right here, all we need to do is just to copy this guy. I'm going to change this as well, and I'm going to put it right here. So we can just say View Transitions like so, or you can just put it before the title. So I can save, and as soon as we save, automatically now our page has these nice transitions. So if I try to go to any of these blogs, so this one right here that said you should subscribe right now, so I click on it, you can now see the nice fading effect. And the cool thing about using the Astro View Transitions API is that the pages are now prefetched. So if I open my DevTools, and again, I will leave a link to a video where I talked about prefetching in Astro. So if I go to my network tab and let me refresh the page manually. Alright, so just take note of all these pages. Right now, they are not prefetched, but if I hover on this one, you can see now that the page is prefetched. So once I click on it, it's going to load instantly. This didn't take up to 3 seconds. So it's going to load instantly, and that's how it's going to be for any of the pages that has a link. All right, cool. So we also need to look about different transition directives, because by default you can see that we are having this fade effect. So if I go back, you can see that it's fading in, but you can choose to change that behavior if you want to. So one way to do that is by using this transition animate property right here. So this allows you to override the Astro default animation. So the way to implement it is by going, you know what, let me just do it right here. So you can just say, and what is it called again? Yeah. So you can say transition animate like so. Then you can specify it. So we have fade, initial, none, and slide. So if I change this to slide now and I save, so I can go back right now. So if I go back to the home page and I click on any of the link, so you can going to see that it's sliding right in. So if I go back, how cool is that? So if I try that one more time, let me click on this one. You can see the nice animation or transition we're getting. You can also choose to use another one called initial. So this one, you might not really tell the difference, but let me just show you. So if I click on this right now, just pay close attention. So it looks as if it scrolls back to the top of the page. So if I go to this daily digest, you can see it's not giving us the fade. Okay, now I get the gist of it. So if we are under and I click on this read more, it's going to just take us to the beginning of the web page. And another transition property we need to look at is this one that says transition name. So the one I use mostly is the transition animate. I've not seen the need rather to use the transition name, and this one I've not even tried it at all. So for the transition name, what you need to do, if I go back now, I can just get rid of this one right here. Then I will just go to what I want to transition to and from. So if I go to my index.ts, so index.astro, so when I go to blog, I can look for this blog and for the image itself. So you can say the transition should be, can give it any name. Let me just say blog 1. Like so. You can also choose to do it directly on the entire card if you want to. I'll just do it on the image. Then I will go to the details page, which is the slug, and yeah, I will do it right here as well. So I'll say transition name and I will set this to blog 1. So basically the same name that we used earlier on. So I'll go back. So if I click on this now, just watch what's going to happen. So basically it just jumps back up. So it doesn't do any weird transition. So if I click on this one again, so you can see how it moves, but keep in mind our page is still not refreshing. So before I wrap up the video, I just wanted to let you know that it's also accessible for screen readers as well, so you don't need to worry about that. Alright guys, so that's the size of the video. I just wanted to show you how you can add the view transitions API to your own website and make your website looks fresh and unique to your users. If you found the video helpful, do well to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.